What is up, YouTube? So today we're going to be doing another coaching guide. This will be from basically early game to mid game, and we're going to go ahead and literally jump right into it. Pretty straightforward. I've done these before. You guys know that. Do have the sound in game turned off just because I don't really want to hear the other team talking. So we've got an invade off the start, which I like. It looks like the mid laner hadn't shown up, so either the other team started at their red buff or they're fucking botting it up. I really don't I don't know. Taking these back harpies really isn't a bad idea. The mid pulled, so you kind of had to follow through, right? Like you can just leave them there. I don't fully understand the wrapping. I'm guessing it's because you want to see who's at red or see if someone started red, which that doesn't seem to be the case. It seems like the mid is AFK. You are missing a wave here, so I don't recommend this. Pause this. So pausing here or not pausing here, sorry. Going underneath here to red is great. You take the buffs, but you're missing creep. No matter what, you miss one or two creep. And realistically, you could have gone to back harpy, straight to your mid lane, pushed, and then gone to red. I understand that you guys were looking for wherever the fucking mid is. It seems like he's AFK for sure. But it's not that important to know where he is, because if he had started red, he would already have gotten it, right? Maybe you would have gotten a kill if he passed poorly or if he cleared super fucking slow, but if he had Bumbas, he would have already cleared and been pathing into mid lane. So realistically, your higher kill chance would have been going past speed into mid lane, looking for him there, pathing in. If he's not there, you clear, and then you go check red, because it shouldn't have taken that long to clear buff. Go ahead and move on a little bit farther. See, like here, you're missing creeps. The Kali's kind of a fucking fool, but you miss 3 creeps at least, and you're gonna chase here, so you're gonna miss even more creeps. You also don't have your dash, so this guy could have just outrun you. I don't really get why he's fighting as Kali. He should just be looking for farm. Probably tilted because his mid laner is AFK. But yeah, you're missing. Oh, he's lagging his ass off. That's why he's just lagging. Okay, so you've missed a lot of mid creeps. You should be 3.5, 4 right about now, and the mid laner is a 1. It looks like you're gonna get free farm off of his ass. I also don't recommend starting your 2. So if you're starting in the jungle, your 3 is gonna give you more sustain. It's not necessarily needed, but it's nice. It's also going to open up for you to 3 and 1 rather than 3 and 2. So meaning your kill potential is much higher. You have a slow into a stun on your 3. A little bit more important, I used to start on the 2 when there was 0, either when you were fighting at level 1, just because that's your best 1 ability, you know, like you want that AoE of damage when you're fighting 2v2s and 3v3s early game, but you're not fighting at level 1, you're fighting at level 2. So I definitely recommend leveling up your abilities differently. You have controlled pretty much the whole map. You got their speed, their red, your speed, fire creeps, right mid harpies. You got fucking everything pretty much. So you should snowball really hard. You're actually tied with the Kali because you missed mid waves, which is a mistake on your part. Kali also got free mid wave because the Zeus was AFK, but that's besides the point. You could still have a bigger lead. You are exploiting the Zeus, which is always good. If you ever get ahead of somebody, put them down for the early game around 10 minutes. Make sure if you can control it, kill them 2, 3, 4 times by then, and then stop farming just them. If you keep farming them past 10 minutes, it's not worth it. Your other lanes don't get a lead. You're not getting that much gold off of them. Just start putting focus elsewhere. Obviously, if the person's there to die, kill them. Don't ignore them. But don't go out of your way to keep killing the same person who's not worth shit. That is one thing I want to point out. I don't know if that's going to happen here, but that's something I want to mention for sure. You do not want to do that. You never want to do that. You're also, so here, I'm going to pause. You're, obviously the mid wave is meeting, which is fucking annoying. So your mid wave is meeting while your mid laner is doing red buff. That's super, super annoying. But in actuality, it's worth it for you to go do red and miss 1, maybe 2 creeps in the mid lane, especially since they're pushing. You probably won't miss gold on any creeps. Or sorry, you only miss gold on 1 or 2 creeps. You won't miss XP on any creeps. So go do red and then go to mid with your mid laner. You don't want to be splitting a wave and doing red at the same time. It makes no sense. It's completely pointless. Obviously, it's difficult if the mid laner doesn't want to fucking listen, but this is a situation where you could have gone to red, leached the XP real quick, and then gone to mid lane. It just seems like you want to fight a lot, but you got to remember the farm is very, very important. If you're just all about fighting, you're never going to make it. You're never going to win rank games. You don't win rank games off of killing people. Trust me. You win your rank games off of doing objectives. People are starting to learn that, and doing objectives much better. And this guy is just being greedy as fuck. He should have just backed. He's level 5. Probably doesn't have boots yet. it was good of you to realize he was going for those back camps. That's always something you want to recognize. Plus, speed's coming up, so that's even more stupid for him to be greedy there. He should have been at his speed buff. Probably didn't have timer on it, but he could have assumed it's 4 minutes, because that's genuine. It's usually between 4 minutes and 4 minutes and 30 seconds for the first respawn. I like how you're getting boots. You know not to back, which is smart. I do like the dive idea here. You should jump one in. That worked. You could jump. You don't have to go max range. So I'm gonna pause this. When you jumped, you were in the wall. Your max range jump was in the wall. Jump short. Jump on your side of the wall, and then jump over the wall right on top of him. You give him time to react by being, because he can hear you go up in the air. Unless the person's playing without sound, like, they're going to hear that shit. So they're going to know you're up in the air. The longer you delay, the worse it is for you. It allows him to react. He might not have known he needed Aegis. He might not have positioned there. He might have pushed up. You never know. So it's always good to plan out the way you're going to path there. You need to know, if I can't max range jump here, I need to pull it back, jump short, and then jump over the wall. It's a very small thing on Rat, but it actually is a pretty big deal. Plus, Rat got nerfed, so his circle is smaller. So that's something to remember when you play Rat from now on. He is still very good, but there was slight nerf. Your Izanami picked him up because his Zeus is a fucking bot. He's level 3. He's absolutely stupid. So here you should be looking at objectives. You've got the buffs on farm, right? You just picked up their speed. You just picked up their red. Your speed spawning soon. So right about here is where you want to make sure you get Oracle control. You know the timer's up. It's halfway till the Oracles respawn. So you want to make sure you maintain that timer and you keep control of them, because the Gold Fury is going to be the first major objective you do. And since you have buff spawns, you either go for the Gold Fury in the next 2 minutes, or you just wait for their buff spawns, do their buff spawns, and then go to Gold Fury right after that. Zeus is starting to hit a little hard somehow. He's level 3 of a 4 level lead. That was really weird. We'll go ahead and skip a little bit ahead here. Now your support has finally rotated out, which is good, but you don't have any wards. You backed and bought mana pots. Let me see this. Jumping back real quick. Yeah, you don't need, what the fuck? Yeah, you don't need mana pots. I don't buy mana pots on any junglers except for Kabrakan after the start of the game. Very rare for me to buy mana pots. Maybe if it's a game where I'm just able to spam abilities and they're playing like idiots. Granted, you have a big lead here, but because you have a big lead here, you should push it by buying wards. That should have been 2 regular wards. The whole time, the whole fucking game, every time you back, you should be getting at least 1 ward unless you already have wards just placed. You should always run around with wards. There's no reason. And I have a ward video out. You can search for it. Use the fucking ward video, because buying mana pots right now is very, very bad. You guys have no map control. You have a 3,400 gold lead and 0 map control, which makes no sense. That should not be possible. I'm hoping your Athena bought some wards here, but definitely on you as a jungler, because you have the opportunity to ward very deep in the jungle because your pathing is much more open. You should be warding. Like, you should have a fuck ton of wards up already. Well, not already. You should be putting them up right now. Realistically, I would grab this speed if I were you. I would have had 2 wards. Your Athena ward to the left side. I would be going to mid lane, getting the mid wave, and then warding the right mid Harpies, warding their red buff, taking those oracles. You're really, really, like, have a huge hard on for kills, which is bad. Plus, their kills on the wrong side of the map with no vision. The other team should be going to Gold Fury right here. You just wasted Odin ult. You just wasted a bunch of your health, a bunch of your time. The Apollo has a wave pushed in. Obviously, they're going to have map control. They should be going for Gold Fury. You and your team are just playing this very, very poorly right now, in my opinion. Much could have such, yeah, you guys, it's a good job stealing blue for sure, but you guys just want to fight way too much. You don't have Odin ult. I mean, Odin just leaped. It's a fucking Odin to begin with. Granted, your mid lane is winning because their Zeus is still really far behind, which is great. Is that dive here worth it? Like, in your head, is that something that's worth it to you? Wasting your ult for, obviously you get a kill because the Chalk's an idiot, but wasting your kill knowing Kali ult was up, or wasting your ult, sorry, knowing Kali ult was up, you're diving past the Chalk. If that Chalk was any good, he would have killed you. He's doing like no fucking damage for some reason. You did win out in mid lane, meaning you won until Athena died. You could have gone for Gold Fury. You guys just aren't playing objectives. You're playing kills. The buffs are great. The buff timers are fan-fucking-tastic. But you got to use your abilities, use your wards, use your time for objectives. You have Oracle control now. I'm backing right now. I just stole their speed. You have rank 2 of Heartseeker. I'm grabbing these fires. I'm backing, getting wards, and I'm going straight to gold. I'm saying, let's fight a gold fury. Let's do something with this. Let's get a fucking even bigger lead and let's go. That's exactly what I'm doing. I see you want to farm out your Heartseeker, which is awesome. But it's not always important to just stay longer and wait longer and push it out longer, knowing you can get objectives for free. Like, absolutely for free. So remember that. Just remember that. It's a really big thing to think about when you're fucking ahead in a game. Objectives are what are going to keep you ahead, not kills. Call, you shouldn't have ult. That's a nice pick. And I'm pulling, yeah, you're pulling gold right here. You really should have vision, though. Like, you guys have no vision. Not having vision in between purple and red and not having vision behind Gold Fury is very risky right now. They have a Zeus ultimate, which is great secure. It's pushing you off right now. If their team wasn't absolutely garbage, they would have been able to push you out and steal that shit for free. Granted, you are tanking this, which I do not recommend. You're obviously in the middle of a fight still. You should not have pulled that. You should have let it drop, and you should have looked for kills. Whenever you're doing an objective, you only pull it again when you push the other team off. Whether they die, whether they run away, whether they are on other parts of the map, in the solo lane, whatever. It's the only time you pull it again. That was unnecessary for you to take more damage, and wait, you could have helped your team. You could have just gone and started pushing another lane. You're getting farm, but you're choosing back creeps over mid lane or left lane. There's the speed's not going anywhere. Obviously, you just killed people, and they're still around the Gold Fury. You're way more worried about your speed than getting the late waves pushed out and back to the Gold Fury, which is very bad. And the Collie's getting a fuck ton of farm because of it. Still way behind in XP, but there's a shit ton of unnecessary farm. Let's give a bit ahead here. Back in the mid lane. So this Chalk is pushing out waves, which is great. He wasn't even in the team fight, I don't think. He just literally pushed left a couple times and then just pushed mid, which is getting him a lot of farm that's really shouldn't be happening. It looks like gold is up, which is awesome, but you keep buying mana pots. Why the fuck are you buying mana pots? You've bought no wards in 10 minutes. No wards in 10 minutes. If you were in my game and you were buying mana pots still on Ratatasker at 10 minutes, I would be fucking raging. You need to back more, buy less mana pots, buy more wards. Right now, you should have already had 2 regular wards placed. You should have another regular ward in your inventory and a counter ward. And the second your wards would be falling from 4, they would have already fallen. You would have put down a counter ward here at gold, and you would have put down a regular at red buff. Go watch the ward video. Everybody watching this video, go watch the ward video. It's still completely fucking relevant. Nothing has changed. Buy fucking wards. Every back buy wards. You know, I'm making a video later on about why wards are fucking important, because this is embarrassing. You watch my stream, you don't buy wards. Killing me, man. It's actually triggering me. Like, stealing my speed buff and my viewers not warding are top of the list on things that trigger me. Also, this Kali not knowing his own fucking buff timers is triggering me. This is a great ultimate. Remember, you can't not Kali up when she's ulting. So you might want to pause your ult there. Granted, you obviously wanted to get in the fight as fast as possible. Odin was low. But you could have waited like half a second, and then, like, you didn't do anything to Kali, right? You just did some damage, but she was in her ult. She wasn't going to die, and she's not going to be in. So, something to remember. I like the behind the fucking loop here for kills. Now, I like how you're pushing this guy out. I would be going for mid tower right here, 100%. Very unlikely you kill a Kepri. You should have pathed underneath and killed the Gold Fury. Or, not sorry, the mid lane for sure. Play objectives more. Play the objectives more. Play them. Please. That's all I want is objectives and wards. Wards and objectives win games. Not you getting fucking 20 kills. And this isn't you specifically, the video I'm watching. This is everyone watching this video. I have people come in my stream all the time and say, I went 21-4 and we lost the game. My teammates suck. Bitch, if all you did was go for kills, you didn't make any objective calls, you didn't play any objectives, and you didn't ward, you lost. That's part of being bad. That's a bad player. If you don't ward, you're bad. You are bad. Please don't do that. Don't fucking do that. Ward. That's how you win games. I promise you. Knowing where the fuck people are opens up objectives. Win game. This is literally going to be a video of me ranting about wards and objectives, I guess. Otherwise, you're mechanically playing great. Your decision making on fights is great. I would just recommend fighting less. This Chalk is fucking wild as shit. You should be able to peel for him very easily. Nice. I like the pathing. I like it. You knew to get out. You know to dive. I like it. This is a really good choice of abilities. Really good use of abilities. 100%. When a chalk is stuck in there, make sure you use your 2, or whenever someone's stuck and can't get away, in any case, on rat, make sure you use your 2 and then stun. Your 2 shreds protections, your 3 will hit harder, plus they're locked down then with the protection shred on them, and you can auto harder. It's really, really strong. Obviously, you don't want to do that every combo, but whenever it's optional, do that shit. Now play the tower. Oh, you're going to kill him, never mind. See, I'm backing off and playing the tower here. 100%. I'm just backing off and playing tower. I don't really care about that kill. You guys aren't getting the tower now because everyone just fucking ran separate ways. Your Izanami's kind of low. Your honors are full. You could have tanked the tower. Your Athena could have tanked the tower. You could have got tier 2 for free. Not getting objectives like that allows you the opportunity of throwing a game, which it's just never good. You always want to push the lead, push the objectives, get map control, win. Pretty much every game ever. Ever. You have this speed on fucking lockdown, though. I love it. I absolutely love it. Think about the lockdown you could have against good players if you had wards. This is just because your Kali's an absolute... Your Zeus is AFK and your Kali's an absolute dipshit. That is why you guys have this lead here. It's not because you're doing anything exceptional. Really, there's a ton of improvement that can be made. If they had the control they should have had, this game would be a lot more difficult because you guys aren't playing objectives. Kali also just leaps every fucking where. Okay, so I have a problem with this. He leaps in, doesn't land on you. You have space, right? You should know he's going to stun. Every Kali that is on a target that has mobility is going to stun as soon as they get on top of you. So don't waste your dash there. Hold your dash to the stun and then dash out. Obviously, you shouldn't have wanted to fight. Your abilities were on cooldown, and Zeus was in lane. You saw Zeus. Hold your dash, and then don't waste your Aegis. If you're going to Aegis before you dash, knowing, hey, he's going to stun me, so I'm going to Aegis while he stuns me. I'll take no damage. Because you waste Aegis here for no reason. Really at all. He wasn't hitting you with any damage. None of the abilities hit you. You want to Aegis when damage is going to hit you. Not after it hits you. Not after the 2 goes off. Not after shit's down. Like, yeah, you got to be more patient. Don't freak out. Aegis is a very good active. Okay, this is so fucking far behind. Is he level 6? He's level 8. You're 6 level leads. That should just never be happening. That's fucking troll as shit. I'm backing. You should be backing. You're roaming around the jungle for no reason. I don't care if someone has meditate. I don't care what they're telling you. Yeah, you're backing. Nice. Get the fuck out of there. And get back to base. Okay, you just got wrecked. Dash. Nice. And now start back. Get the fuck out of the lane. Get back to the fight. Or back to the objectives. Whatever you guys are doing. I'm going to skip ahead while you're backing because you should not be buying a TP or anything. You're going to your buffs. Awesome. You have 2 really, really deep wards, but that's not giving you the vision you need. You and Izanami could have gone a Portal Demon here. After he pushes midwave, you get this gold. You should be going... Oh, they also have Gold Fury up, but you just don't have the vision control, which makes both options very difficult, I guess. Plus, knowing the Apollo's still in right lane, it's a little rough for you to do anything. Let's see what happens with the Izanami rotating. Yeah, you guys need to be pulling objectives more. You and Odin can bop this, by the way. Your counter ward drops right there. You drop counter ward. Wait, have you had the same counter ward the whole fucking game? Yo, you're going to trigger me if it's the same counter ward the whole fucking game, bro. I wasn't even paying attention. Why don't you put your counter ward down and know if they're coming for this? Why is there no counter ward down? Why are you holding your wards? What the fuck? You guys just did an objective blind. You can't do... See... This is why you guys lose those games where you're like, I was 100-0. Bitch. This isn't bitch you. This is bitch everybody. Why the fuck would you not ward? Why are you not warding? What the fuck? What in the actual fuck? Was a tier 1 worth more than your whole team just going to Gold Fury? I don't understand. Objectives. We're doing an objective guide, a warding fucking talk video. Do some shit. Maybe they did Gold Fury. It doesn't look like it because you still have a 12k gold lead. But why the fuck are you guys not going to Gold Fury? Stop fighting. Pissing me off. Absolutely pissing me off. It looks like this game's about to snowball out of control though. This video is coaching from the early game to the mid game, which is just about what we're hitting. Anywhere from a minute to like 15, 16, 17 minutes is usually mid game. I think this game is over. If you lose this game, there's something wrong. I'm not even going to skip ahead because I assume you're going to win. So taking out of this game, you would be 1,000 times better player if you balance out your going for kills and your objective play, and if you bought fucking wards and warded them, your skill level as a player would increase dramatically because it's obvious you understand the basic points of the game. You land your abilities. You position fairly well. It's kind of hard to tell because they're so far behind. You kind of do whatever you wanted. But you guys should have won this game already. Like in 18 minutes, this game should have been over. Whether they surrendered or you had every tier 2 and were pushing Phoenixes and already had Fire Giant. Like this game could have snowballed so much harder. So please buy wards. Please, 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 please play objectives. And please stop chasing for kills everywhere. But keep controlling the jungle the way you were. That was great. The idea to invade because you didn't know where the Zeus was, he was just gone, and you knew Kali was in left was a good idea. There's no reason to leech mid with the Zeus being gone. Plus, if Izanami pushes crazy hard, just do those things, please. Please, please.